Once upon a time, a wishing star fell from the sky, scorching a great woods black. The dark forest was born, the wishing star hidden at its center, filling it with new life, and the legend of a single wish locked away in the star, waiting to be granted. Puss in Boots hosts a party in the mansion of the governor of Del Mar when, after setting off fireworks during a fight with the governor's men, he awakens an earthen giant. He manages to subdue the giant, but gets crushed by Belle shortly after.
The legend will never die.
Waking up, he is informed by a doctor that he only has one life after burning through his past state, and suggests he immediately retire from adventuring. Puss initially brushes it off, but then he encounters Black Hooded Wolf in a local pub that night, who Puss assumes to be a bounty hunter. After being bested in a duel with the wolf and losing his sword, Puss was forced to escape through the sewage system. Ashamed of his cowardly retreat, Puss seeks refuge in the house of Mama Luna, an elderly cat lady, to be a domesticated pet, and ceremoniously buries his iconic attire, seemingly putting his outlaw career to rest. As time passes, a bearded Puss meets Perrito, an optimistic dog disguised as a cat. Their conversation is cut short when Goldilocks and the three bears' crime family show up in search of Puss, only to find his grave. They inadvertently reveal the existence of the wishing star to Puss, and that the map showing its location will be delivered to Big Jack Horner that night. Seeing it as an opportunity to restore his lost lives, Puss breaks into Jack's bakery to steal the map, unexpectedly reuniting with Kitty Softpaws, who holds a grudge against him for abandoning their wedding day. Puss and Kitty escape with the map, along with Perrito, who had followed Puss to the bakery. As the trio flees, Puss briefly catches a glimpse of the hooded wolf watching him. The map leads the trio to the dark forest, which morphs into different landscapes depending on the wielder of the map. Puss and Kitty receive two similarly hellish settings, while Perrito receives a tranquil and colorful forest. Puss gets his beard shaved off by Kitty and also gets rid of a stick he wielded as his replacement sword, which Perrito fetches, getting himself captured by Jack in the process. Shortly after, Goldie and her gang intervenes, and a fight ensues. Amidst the commotion, Puss sees the hooded wolf again and runs off in fear, distracting Kitty and enabling Goldie to obtain the map. With Perrito calming him down, Puss reveals that he had deeply regretted leaving Kitty on their wedding day. Kitty overhears their conversation and later reveals that she never came to the wedding either, feeling like she could never compete with someone who loves himself more than her. The two manage to reclaim the map from Goldie's group when the latter becomes distracted by the map showing their woodland cottage. As the dimension morphs, Perrito gets left behind and captured while Puss is accidentally trapped in a cave of lost souls after touching the map, leaving Kitty to retrieve Perrito on her own. Inside the cave, Puss encounters crystal reflections of his past lives, who mock him for changing his attitude. The hooded wolf also shows up, revealing himself to be the literal incarnation of death, and he now wants to take Puss's last life as retribution for squandering his previous ones. Afraid, Puss hastily runs away with the map, an act which Kitty and Perrito witness from afar. Meanwhile, a distraught Goldie reveals she would wish for a human family, devastating the bears who nonetheless support her. Arriving at the star, Puss is confronted by Kitty, who feels betrayed by his selfishness. Goldie's group and Jack soon arrive and another fight ensues. During this, Jack is thrown into his magical bottomless bag by Kitty, while Goldie saves Baby Bear when he is almost thrown off the star, and Perrito manages to convince Puss that one life is enough.
With you and Kitty has made it pretty special. Maybe one life is enough?
Moments later, Death also shows up and a fierce duel erupts between him and Puss. Puss manages to disarm the wolf and boldly declares that while he knows that he can never truly defeat Death, he will never stop fighting for his last remaining life. Death begrudgingly decides to spare Puss, remarking that he no longer sees an arrogant legend who believes himself immortal. Before departing, the wolf assures Puss they will meet again, which Puss respectfully acknowledges to Death's mutual respect. A giant jack-o'-lantern ray emerges from his bag, having eaten a magic growth cookie, and seizes the map from Puss and Kitty. As he attempts to make a wish, Perrito distracts him long enough for Puss, Kitty, and Goldie to reclaim the map and rip it to shreds, causing the wishing star to collapse and consume Jack as it violently implodes. In the aftermath, Goldie finally accepts being a part of the bear family and sets off to take over Horner's empire, while Puss reconciles with Kitty, promising a life together.
Kitty, one life spent with you is all that I could wish for.
Sometime later, the two and Perrito, now called Team Friendship, steal a boat from the governor of Delmar and set sail to reunite with some old friends as they catch sight of the royal castle far, far away within a short distance.